Just double checking.
Welcome back, strangers. Today we're here with a special episode of The Strangest Live. We're going to be interviewing the great Apex TV. So get excited. For those who aren't aware, my name is Blake. I am one of the editors slash narrators slash all the good stuff here on The Strangest. Here with my partner Ethan, YouTube partner. I have to
Yeah,
specify. I found out.
yeah, you definitely have to specify that for some people. So I write scripts, edit some, and make shitty thumbnails. And today we're lucky enough to have Apex TV. So for those of you who don't know, so what is Apex TV? Apex, and should we call you Apex? Is that your name?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Apex works, and yeah, thanks so much for having me on today. This is awesome, guys. I'm so happy you responded my Twitter message. But yeah, you just call me Apex. You know, I don't want to give out my identity right now due to some of the stories we distribute and everything. It could put me in danger if they're telling the truth. Like, I don't give my opinion on any of the stories that we do distribute. But like, Apex, essentially, we're a YouTube channel, and we distribute strange stories. Like, we started off making kind of top 5, top 10 videos, top 5 aliens caught on tape, things of that nature. And eventually we started getting contacted by people with really strange stories, and we started interviewing them. And it's just grown into a big thing. I think we're at 500,000 subscribers right now. And yeah.
That's insane, man. 500,000 is a big achievement. That's great.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
I mean, we struggled to get to 2,000, so I mean, I can only imagine what you've had to go through.
Yeah, we struggled to get to 2,500. It's a slow crawl.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of it's luck. A lot of it's, you know, you learn along the way. And like, I love what you guys do. I followed your channel for a while, and like, just keep up the good work. You never know where it might take you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
We have a lot of fun with it. All right, so we got questions for you. All right.
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, let me get back to it.
Right. And anyone in the chat, if you guys have any questions that we don't cover, feel free to ask.
Yeah, definitely. So are you the only person behind the channel, or do you have a partner? Do you have like teammates? How does your channel work with people?
A couple, like I'm the main one who started the channel and everything, but we do have a couple people who help. Like, I have a friend who edits some of the videos, and we got people who do transcriptions and whatnot, put subtitles on the videos, and people who translate them. Like, we started Apex TV Espanol earlier this year. And we have, we're translating all our videos to Spanish, a bunch of different languages. We actually have a Korean channel too. So we have a couple people that are working on this, but I am the main person, yeah.
How did you choose which languages to go to? Is it just based off of like where you saw the demand, or did you just have like fans?
Yeah, the demand, and I saw some other people re-uploading our videos in Korean, so I'm like, hey, might as well get into this market too and see what it's like.
Yeah, don't want to miss out.
Yeah.
So how has YouTube changed for you since you started? Because you've been on here a while. So how have you like rolled with the punches of YouTube, the algorithm, and all the different stuff? So.
Yeah, well, I've been on YouTube with this channel since 2014. I've had some other channels before then, just like personal stuff. But from 2014 on, YouTube has changed a lot, and I've learned a lot about it within the last, you know, what is it now, 3 years? Yeah, 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, almost 4 years. 4 years coming up this November. Started it November 17th, 2014, Apex. And yeah, YouTube's changed a lot, and it is a hassle sometimes to keep up with it. But I see a lot of people complaining about the state of YouTube, and it's getting worse and all this. But honestly, it seems like it is going in an overall positive direction.
Yeah, that's kind of what I see. I mean, the changes have been mostly negatively received, but like I think the idea behind them is good, especially the recent monetization changes. So yeah, I think in the long run it'll be a good thing. It's just right now it's frustrating.
I think so too. And the AIs that are doing the monetization things are only going to become more advanced and be able to specifically pinpoint certain videos and everything. Like, sure, they do make some mishaps right now, but it's only going to get better.
No, that's what I'm looking forward to. Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, as far as our channel, we decided not to monetize in the early days because there was so at the time, because of all of the accounts that were just re-uploading full-length movies and stuff like that, the monetization didn't seem worth it at the time. But now they've changed it, and now we're stuck in limbo.
Yeah, they've been stuck in
Oh,
monetization limbo forever now, since
are you
February.
trying to? You mean putting monetization on the channel?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Like we sent our
I know,
requests, and
I know.
it's
Yeah,
been terrible.
but you did meet the requirements, right?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
did,
We've met
yeah.
them since before that. Then when they changed them, we submitted the thing. Then it still hasn't gotten approved, but it's
Yeah, I
whatever.
know. It took so long when I was doing Apex TV Espanol. I think we reached the requirements like in I think November or December of 2017, and they just put it on in late April of 2018. So it took so long, but and I emailed them all the time over and over asking, and they kept saying April, and then I got an email in late April saying, okay, it looks like we might have to actually wait till September. I was like, what? But then they did turn it on in late April, so I mean, it is on now, so that's good.
Yeah, that's kind of how it is for us. I think we met the requirements and applied in like January, and then it's like, oh, we got the little message saying it'll be done by the end of February, and then we get to
I know.
February, it's like, oh no, March. It's like, oh, you got to be quicker than that.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on it at Apex TV 360, so
That's awesome.
it's a work in progress. Yeah.
Yeah, that's something crazy, like the 360 stuff. Like that's insane. Like how
Yeah,
hard
I
is it
think.
to edit that stuff?
Well, I don't do any of that. We hire other people to make animations and everything, and
Yeah.
but but yeah, it takes a lot of disk space for sure, and I can assume it takes a lot of work to make those.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though. It's definitely something I've wanted
Yeah.
to look into myself. The 360, I mean, just the idea of 360 videos is really cool.
Yeah, especially like
Into the
360
future.
horror films, like something up your alley like that. I mean, I think 360 videos are the future. Like we're gonna go into movie theaters and put on like VR glasses in the future and just be there.
Yeah, definitely. And we'd thought about that as far as a horror movie, how scary that would be. And I mean,
Exactly, yeah.
I think the demand is definitely there because there's a lot of horror video games in 360. So I think
Exactly.
it's definitely a step in the right direction.
Yeah, totally agree.
So how did your channel develop? Like you talked about how you used to do other like kinds of videos. Did you
Oh,
just change like what kind of videos you like to make, or like how did you
yeah, well,
develop it?
the goal had always been to be able to do like interviews and stuff. Like that's honestly my main passion. Like it's fun making top 5 videos, but to a certain extent, like talking about other people's content, like I'd rather like sit down with somebody and talk to them like you guys are doing right now. I think I think that was the main goal. But yeah, I used to make a lot of top 5, top 10 videos. I saw that there was a demand for it. It almost feels like they're being commoditized now. Like there's so many of these channels making these top 5 and top 10 videos. I wonder like how much people want of those. But I mean, there is still a demand for it. A lot of them get millions of views and everything. Um, but yeah, we've always been more into actually interviewing people and putting out exclusive stories of people and things up that alley.
Yeah. How did you get into the time travel stuff? Because that seems like what you're big on now. Is that just from people sending it to you, or did you make like a time travel video and it did really well? Because it seems like a lot of channels have at least one time travel video, but that's it. They don't like dive into it like you do.
Yeah, well, we made a bunch of time travel videos, like top 10 people claiming to be time travelers. This is before we interviewed anybody, and like
Yeah.
a man claiming to be, and we looked at other people's stories, like the Andrew Basiago's story and a couple other people. But eventually, yeah, we got contacted by this guy who claimed to be from the year 2026. He actually sent us in a short video of him explaining his story, so we uploaded that. It went super viral. It got like 1 million views, and
Yeah.
ever since then, I've just been getting contacted over and over by these people claiming to be time travelers. It's crazy. Like if I could show you my inbox, it's like in the last week, 20 emails from people claiming to be time travelers. And like funny. So I was actually on Reddit the other day, and I saw that somebody had screenshotted an email that I sent back. So someone emailed me saying I'm a time traveler from 2063, and I replied, "Oh, that's awesome. Would you be open to an interview on Skype or whatever?" And they
Yeah.
screenshot it, put it on Reddit, and they're like, "Look how easy it is to get in contact with Apex TV." So it's um yeah, it's definitely crazy.
Yeah, it's hard to weed out the ones that are serious about it and the ones that aren't, especially on the
Exactly.
internet. But
Yeah, that's one of our main obstacles.
Do you ever get any emails that creep you out or scare you about like what they're saying? Like if you're like reading them late at night, like, oh, I just got this. Does it ever like
A lot of times, and people who are on our Discord server, which is like basically a 24/7 live chat, is super awesome. Like I let him know about it too when we get some kind of creepy email. Like the other day we got this email. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but we uploaded a Men in Black video, and apparently did you guys see that one?
Yeah, I saw. I watched a good chunk of your videos. Like before, I was subscribed to your channel back when you did mostly top 5 stuff, and then like when you
That's
started doing the
awesome.
time traveler stuff, I hadn't been watching as much. But I went back and watched. I
Yeah.
even watched like your really early stuff just recently to get caught up. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Well,
So that's all. Yeah,
well, that's awesome, man. Yeah,
yeah.
appreciate it. Appreciate you watching and everything. But yeah. Oh, what was I talking about?
The Men in Black video you just
Oh
recently
yeah, the Men in Black video.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one really creeped me out. Like I don't like to give my opinion on a lot of these things, but I will say that
Yeah.
one really creeped me out. I mean, there's this guy. The premise is he was in a law firm and he worked as a security guard, and he videotaped one of the CCTV screens in the law firm. And there was a lady named Nicole. This was in Alaska, I think, Anchorage,
Yeah.
Alaska. Yeah, and there's a lady named Nicole working at the desk, and everybody leaves. She's the last one working at the law firm, and then this guy wearing black. I mean, the guy looks like an alien. If this is fake, they had like the best casting ever. I saw someone else say that too. And the guy walks in, and the lady pulls out a gun out of the office gun out of the bottom of the drawer of the desk, and the guy like puts his hand on the table and swipes his hand, and then she puts down the gun, goes into her purse, takes out a camera, and then walks out with the guy. Like when I was
Yeah.
watching that for the first time, and I knew nobody else has seen this, like this was exclusively sent to us. I was like, holy crap! I honestly got goosebumps the first time watching it. But
Yeah.
but yeah, so that one really creeped me out. We get emails all the time from people that are pretty creepy.
I bet.
Yeah.
That's crazy though.
Have you ever had any like personal experiences?
In terms of like paranormal stuff,
Yeah, like anything. Like what made
yeah,
like what got you interested in all this beforehand? Like before you
yeah.
even were
So
on
when I
YouTube?
was a kid on the beach in Florida one time, family vacation, I saw this really strange UFO, I guess you'd call it, and it was a little object, and it was just as bright as the sun, but it was
Yeah.
right below the bottom right corner, right below the sun. And it wasn't a planet because no planets are that bright in comparison with the sun and everything. And there was actually another witness there too who saw it, and it like
Yeah.
slowly moved behind the sun then, and that just started my obsession with like the paranormal. I would read so many books like about aliens, UFOs. Always been into stuff like that, cryptozoology, just
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. Yeah.
I like I have a friend who's supposed to well a guy I play poker with who supposedly
Mhm.
has a UFO video on the beach that he's supposed to send to me, but he said he took it on an
Oh
old
really?
flip phone and he was like, "Yeah, man, I still have it on my computer. I'm gonna send it to you." But I haven't seen him in 2 weeks, but that'd be
Yeah,
really
yeah.
cool.
Well,
So
hopefully he sends it. Yeah, I'd love to see it.
yeah. Blake, catch up on the chat. They're getting mad at you for not asking any questions from the chat, dude.
Oh, sorry. Let's see.
Hey, what's up, chat? Here, let me open this up on YouTube here and just pause it, get the chat open.
Hold on, I didn't even have it on the live chat yet. Hold on.
All right, I'll go through all we've got. Let's see. Duct Tape asked, "Has Apex met someone named Duct Tape?"
Yes, I have. He's a member on our Discord server. What's
Yeah,
up, Duct Tape?
Awesome.
Your Discord is
Yeah.
crazy, man. It's so many
I
people.
know. Do you guys have a Discord
Yeah, we
server?
have a server.
You do. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely join it after this.
That'd be
Awesome,
awesome.
man.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
The yours is
No, for
it's
sure.
like nonstop talking. It's so crazy.
I know it's crazy. Like, and the stuff I like to talk about too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really been a really big help as far as like reaching out to our audience, and it's been a lot of fun getting to know people and actually getting to talk to them. So
Yeah,
Discord
exactly.
has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's way
Yeah,
way better than just YouTube comments.
I know, and it's like if anything ever happens to YouTube or anything, you always got Discord. You got a great community there, and like
Yeah.
that's really nice.
I saw you even have a Discord hoodie, man.
Yeah, they sent one after it got verified. I mean, I bet you guys could get verified eventually. You just gotta. It took me a couple emails, but eventually they're like, yeah, and I think probably one of the first paranormal servers to be verified within Discord. It's usually like gaming studios like Mojang and Minecraft and stuff.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Your mom asked, "Yo, Apex, Yo, Apex, do you really believe time travelers exist?
Well, first up, yo, what's up, Mom? Thanks for watching. And
It's always nice when family watches.
yeah, I really appreciate it. And in terms of if I believe that the time travelers exist, I'm not going to give my specific opinion on that due to the fact that I don't want to influence anybody else's opinion. But I am extremely fascinated, and I do think time travel is possible. I'm not going to elaborate on my thoughts on the specific people we interview or if time travelers are in our time, but I will say I'm extremely interested in. I do think time travel is possible.
It's always it's a curious topic, talking about time travel.
Yeah.
It's like I mean, eventually I'm sure the technology will be there, but it's like, if it is, have they just decided not to go back and change things, or are they actually all right? So they had the choice to go back and stop the Holocaust, but instead they just changed the Berenstain Bears.
Exactly. Yeah, like those Mandela effect things. I always wonder, like, why would they change that of all things?
Yeah, it's like no one will notice. Yeah, I think that
some little kid to a scientist that's trying to fuck up, like trying to fix the stuff he fucks up, and it just causes little minor problems throughout the universe.
Yeah, it's a good plot for a movie, though.
Yeah.
It is. Duct Tape also asked, "Have you ever been threatened by the government?"
That's a good question.
I can't really get into. I'm just kidding. No, not yet. I'll be sure to tell you guys if we do get any emails like that. But
yeah, but you're getting pretty big. It could be a thing, though.
You're on the radar now.
Yeah. Who knows? Yeah.
All right, that's all the chat so far. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. We got one more from Ghostwatch. Do you like cryptozoology? And if so, what's your favorite cryptid?
Well, yeah, I'm super into cryptozoology. Like, and I would have to say my favorite is mermaids, because I think there's actual possibility of them existing. Like, if you trace human ancestry back to when humans lived near the water, and like, I think it's entirely possible that maybe a lineage of humans ventured out into the water and became evolved to become what people would assume to be modern day mermaids. I mean, there's sightings of humanoid sea creatures, and like Columbus wrote about them. Tons of things, and I don't know if people would just make that up. So I would have to say that's my favorite.
I don't know why. I never even thought about mermaids when I think about cryptids, but definitely.
Yeah. Usually think about like werewolves and
the Mothman stuff.
Mothman, yeah.
Loch Ness Monster.
Oh yeah, Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot.
Like the Discovery Channel had that mermaid documentary thing that made it look real and stuff.
I know.
I fell for that the first time I saw it.
I fell for that too. I was like, holy crap, this is legit. Wasn't that like on April 1st or something they posted that?
Yeah.
I did fall for that too though.
No, it was really well done. I was like, man, this would be so cool. I actually know a guy who, one of my grandpa's friends' grandsons is writing a book on like mer people, because he works for like a cable company, but he originally like studied like marine biology, so he and he's into fantasy. Awesome. So he's just like writing it as if they're real, but from like everything else. Like the only fiction part is the mer people that they know of, and the rest of it's like it's supposed to be interactive to teach kids about like the sea life and everything.
Yeah, that's awesome. You hook the kids with the mermaid idea, and then you teach them about marine biology. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy what people do.
Yeah.
So what made you decide to like create a YouTube channel when we were like, okay, I'm gonna do it? You said you had another one before. How did it evolve?
Well, I was just like always fascinated when I found out about YouTube. I was like, oh my god, literally anybody can just upload videos and amass like millions, a community of millions of people, and it's just so that's always just been so incredible to me that anybody can do this. Like it's not just like, if you go back in the day, like back to the 1960s, it was a couple old white guys who dictated everything that everybody watched. Like they owned all the big media companies. And nowadays, like anybody, I love I mean, people always complain about what are my kids watching online and whatnot, but wouldn't you rather have them have the ability to watch a huge range of things rather than with something that's dictated by just a couple people? I mean, that's always been fascinating to me, and like I just wanted to be part of it, honestly. Just and I saw that there wasn't many like paranormal channels, and like might as well go for it.
Yeah. On your videos, like how do you deal with like negative comments and negative feedback? Like what have you ever thought about, like especially early on, like stop making videos because people just like shit on it or something? Or does it bother you, or do you just roll with it?
Yeah, not really, honestly. Like I do take people's feedback. I read a lot more comments than people probably think. Like that's most of my free time is consumed by reading people's comments because even though there are a lot of hate comments and everything, I think there is a lot of good feedback that goes on in it. So, I do take them seriously, a lot of them, other if they're not just like ad hominem attacks or whatnot. But
Yeah.
you know, I do take them seriously, and I think there's a lot to be learned by reading YouTube comments about how to improve on your content and everything. And
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when you get positive, I mean, well, not just positive, but just constructive criticism, it's a huge help. And then you've got the people that are just like, you suck.
Exactly, yeah.
It's always like, man, why you gotta be so mean? What did I do to you?
Exactly. Like I've probably wasted too much time reading "You suck" over and over again.
I know, I'm the same way. Like, you can give me 100 good comments, and that's great, but you give me one bad one, I just sit there looking at the ceiling. It's like, is it worth it?
I know, right? I know. Just don't give up, man. Yeah.
Travis McIntyre said, "Hey, Apex, this is a great stream. I'll tell you guys that in theory, blah, blah, blah. I'll tell you guys that it is in theory possible to time travel forward in the future only, not backwards in time. But these people claiming to be time travelers are 100% full of shit."
Well, thanks for your thoughts, Travis. Travis is actually a good friend. He's on the Discord too. He's actually been a skeptic in some of our streams. He hit us up a while ago when we were interviewing Noah, who claimed to be a time traveler from 2030. So we got them both in on a stream, and we had like a skeptic time traveler debate. But yeah, so Travis, you do bring up a good point, but that is if we're taking Einstein's theory of relativity as being 100% true, with which a lot of scientists these days aren't 100% sure that it is. So like I can definitely foresee things in the future. Like maybe we live in an infinite amount of realities and we go back to a similar reality that that is similar to our time, but it's different in that it's in another time period. I mean, there's a million different ways. Wormholes could be key to traveling to the past. There's so many different theories. And the technology is increasing exponentially with AI. Who knows like how advanced the human race is going to get really fast. So who knows? I mean, I think it's entirely within the realm of possibility that time travel into the past could be invented within a pretty short time frame.
Yeah, I mean, if you just look at, like you were saying, you know, humans are advancing so fast. Like in the last 30 years, the jump in technology has been insane. So, I mean, who knows where we'll be in 30 years, 20 years,
exactly.
5 years. I mean, it's crazy. But
yeah,
it definitely some wild things to come. Carson Newman is asking, did you ever make a YouTube channel before ApexTV?
Honestly, yes, but I can't really say because you know it's like a personal kind of thing. But
I understand.
But yeah, I've been on YouTube for a long time, and it's crazy how much has changed.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I've got some videos. Like I had a channel before this, but I'm not necessarily proud to show them off.
exactly. Yeah.
Duct Tape asked, if you get to 1 million views, he may have been subscribers. What do you plan to do?
Yeah, 1 million subscribers. I think we're gonna do a face reveal of the whole ApexTV team, including me. So I'm excited for that.
Ethan, we jumped the shark.
Yeah.
What's that?
We did it too early. We should have waited.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I should have said 10 million.
Oh yeah.
For us, like that was a big topic. Like I was like, should we show our faces or should we just be anonymous? But for our sake, we were just like, whatever. We'll do something. But like the anonymous.
And I think people can connect with you a lot more too when you show your face. So like there's pros and cons to each, but you know.
On the same thing you were talking about earlier, though, you know, your topics, they could warrant hate from some people, or you know. It's probably better for now that you stay anonymous just for the topics that you cover.
Yeah.
I mean, what would you do if people started coming up to you in public if they knew who you were? How would you react?
I'd be terrified. Oh my god.
So this is off topic, but yesterday I had one of our logo T-shirts on. We have like a little alien head. That's our one of our logos.
Oh, sweet. That's awesome.
And I went to get food, and the guy was like, "Hey, man, is your shirt from YouTube?" And I was like, "Oh my god, is this it? Is this the day?"
No way. Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, it is." And he was like, he said some other random YouTube channel. I was like, "Yeah, man, dang. They got great stuff."
Yeah, like he'd probably Secure Team 10 or something.
What was it? Because that sounded familiar.
Secure Team 10?
I'm pretty positive that's what he said.
Yeah, probably.
Do they have an alien logo?
Yeah, they're like one of the biggest UFO paranormal type channels.
Ethan, what have we done? We have to change
Uh,
our.
There's
It's all
one
good. You just
UFO
gotta beat them.
YouTube channel I like that hasn't posted in like a month. That I have this thing where I think I find some channels and then they just stop posting for a month. Even not just paranormal stuff, but it just
I
happened like
know.
the
I hate
past like
that. Like when
three
you find a
channels
great
that
channel.
yeah.
I know. And I
One of
never
them I
wanna,
just finished
yeah.
binge watching and I'm just like, oh, this sucks. Yeah.
I know, and like, yeah, that's kind of motivation to me too. Like when you see channels that do that, I never want to become a channel like that. Like always be posting and giving people new content to enjoy.
Yeah. So do you have a studio? Like I've seen pictures on your
I
Instagram.
do,
Do you have
yeah.
like your own personal like workplace? Like what's that like?
Well, yeah, usually, just work at home and everything, but we do have a studio too where we do the live streams at, and usually like a live interview with someone claiming to be a time traveler, claiming to have worked at Area 51 or something.
Yeah. So like well if you work at home too, like what's that like? How is it to get motivated when you're at home instead of just like watch TV or do something?
Like there's actually this guy I really love to watch. His name's Gary V. I don't know if you're familiar with him,
Yeah,
but
yeah, like yeah.
yeah, he's got a lot of great business advice, a lot of great motivation. You can watch videos to get motivated. But honestly, just reading comments too and emails and stuff, really motivating. Like, a positive comment will fuel you 1,000 times more than a negative one. So, I mean, just reading positive feedback and and negative feedback too, and to know what you want to improve on and everything. But yeah.
Let's see.
So
I lost the chat.
yeah. So is this your full-time job or do you have like outside work too? Like what's your
This is
day like?
this is my main full-time job, but like I got a bunch of other different online websites and everything, and that I work on. But yeah, Apex is the main.
Yeah. So what's your normal day like?
Um, wake up, check emails to see what's going on Twitter, YouTube. I actually have notifications on for a lot of the big paranormal channels and everything. Try to be and see who uploaded videos. Try to be the first one to comment on it. Uh, and
First.
and just work on it as it go. I love going in Discord, talking with people in there. My days aren't that structured unless I have an interview like with you guys today, or an interview like on a news station or something. But yeah, my days aren't that structured. It's just do it when I can.
Yeah.
Work on
So
videos and
weekends, or do you
voiceovers and
take
whatnot.
that time off or like how does that work?
What's that?
How does your like weekends work? Do you take the weekends off or is like every day a work day for you?
Pretty much every day, but I do a lot of traveling too, so like a lot of it doesn't really feel like work, and like making Apex TV videos, and it really doesn't feel like work to me. So
Yeah.
I don't really consider it work that much. So like yeah, I do quote unquote work a lot on the weekends.
So what's your least favorite part of it? Like what's something you have to grind through like that isn't as motivating? Like, oh, I have to do
Oh,
this before bed. What's something that bothers you
it's
then?
the worst is blurring out some of these people's faces and distorting their voices.
Yeah.
I mean, we make a commitment to respect their privacy, so we have to, but it's just so time consuming. Like, I do have an editor who does a lot of it, but I try to be working on it too so we can get twice as much done. But it takes a long time especially when we have like shaky camera work, and sometimes the motion tracker doesn't pick up on it, so you have to like manually keyframe the blur over the person's face, and then
Yeah.
distorting their voice takes a long time because we don't just like deepen the pitch of the voice because someone could just hide in the pitch and easily know what they sound like. So what we do is we have a bunch of different ways, but one of them is like you take two audio files, put them on top of each other, and then distort each of them so you can't go back on each. So even if you get one of them, neither of them are the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Even something like that. That's
yeah,
crazy.
that's the most time. Yeah, it's the most time consuming.
That's a nightmare. Like just thinking
I
about
know.
keyframing, and especially since your videos are so long.
I
Like,
know, yeah.
keyframing a minute is a pain in the butt if you're moving
Hours
a
on
lot.
end. Yeah. I'm gonna be working late tonight too. We're about to drop the video from the future that Noah showed us tomorrow, and only about like halfway edited through that, so I got to do that tonight. But yeah, that's most time consuming.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. That's really cool.
Yeah, I'm really
Good
excited.
luck, man. Like, power to you.
Thanks, man.
That's tough. Flip asked, which video of yours do you actually love doing and which one do you regret?
Which one do I regret?
Well,
I don't think.
I wonder if I might be reading this wrong.
Oh, okay.
Ask Apex TV, which video of yours do you actually love doing and actually regret? I don't know if that helps any.
Well, honestly, I love doing all the videos. So I honestly don't regret a thing.
YOLO.
Hashtag 0 regrets.
No regrets. Ghostwatch said after the stream he'll definitely check out Apex. Thank you, Ghostwatch.
Thanks so much, man. Really appreciate it.
Let's see. Cool deal. I think we're caught up. I'm doing good. Caught up on the chat.
Awesome.
So do your real life friends and family know about the channel? Like, how do they react to it?
Oh yeah, they know about it. A lot of people think I'm crazy. You know, I've always been into the paranormal, mysterious kind of stuff. But you know, it's when a close family member actually, they heard about Apex TV on a local radio station when they were talking about Noah's story. And they're like, wait a minute, isn't that his? And so that was kind of surreal when they told me about that. But yeah, they all know about it. I don't think some of them know the scale that it's at really. Like but yeah, they definitely know about it.
How did your family react to you being like, I'm gonna do YouTube instead of have like a job? Like, did they think you're crazy then, or did they even understand like this is your work? What's that?
Yeah, not really. I mean, it takes a lot for someone to understand something like that. Like, but when they can actually see it, then it's validated.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, like, I've gone on like BBC and stuff doing interviews, and when they see it on something like BBC, they're like, oh my god, this is you finally made it. But then when they see a video on YouTube that has like 10 million views, they don't react the same way. It's like when things, we put like certain news agencies and certain old mainstream media on a pedestal, I feel. So like, yeah, so people react differently depending on what it is, even though some news stations you wouldn't expect get like 5 times as much viewership as say CNN or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's still the whole like old media versus new media and stuff, and kind of stuck in their generation and everything.
Exactly, yeah.
YouTube killed the video star.
Yeah, it did.
But yeah, it's still interesting, like how people are just like, oh, you know, how's your little hobby channel doing? It's like, you know, it's kind of important to us.
Exactly, yeah.
But you talked about like radio stuff. Like your live streams remind me of like something from I would see like on TV, like where they would film like radio people, like UFO stuff. Like it's really cool. It has a really cool like retro feel to it. Like when you interview people
I've actually seen. I saw a lot of comments saying like this reminds me of the golden age of radio. Like I don't know if you're familiar with like Art Bell, but like stuff like that. I was hugely influenced by him, by the way. Like Art Bell, I love listening to his live streams, and he's even done interviews with people claim to be time travelers, claim to work at Area 51 and stuff. So he's a big inspiration.
Yeah, like I really think you capture that feel. Like that's one of the coolest things. And you're like live, like that's your streams are so big. Like it's really cool to watch. Doesn't just like see everyone's questions and comments and stuff while it's happening. And that's something you couldn't really have back in the day. So you didn't have that like community interaction right away. So
yeah, exactly. And none of this would even be possible back in the day for anybody to do it. Like it's completely amazing.
All right. Have you ever, hold on, let's see. What's the strangest place you've visited or encounter you've had while you've been trying to do stuff for your channel?
Strangest place we visited, I would have to say Serbia, kind of because it was kind of a worn down part of the country, and it was kind of sketchy, honestly, if I'm to be honest. But nothing really strange has happened when we were interviewing these people, like no real paranormal encounters or anything. I mean, obviously the stories that a lot of these people tell are extremely strange and extremely interesting, but in terms of like paranormal events, like seeing UFOs and everything, nothing really like that.
So like Serbia, like you just saying Serbia is kind of like makes me imagine that you could just all of a sudden be whisked into a back room somewhere for customs.
That's kind of what it felt like, honestly. Yeah.
That's kind of scary just thinking about.
Yeah. And if you watch the video too, you can see the background. I forget which one it was, but yeah, it wasn't the nicest place for sure.
Yeah.
You got to do it for the views. if you're not in danger, what's the fun in that?
Yeah, do it for the video.
Let's see. Ghostwatch asked. This is kind of what I was thinking the last question was about. But what is your favorite and or least favorite video that you've made? Or do you have a favorite?
Yeah, I don't want to sound egotistical, but I don't really have a least favorite, honestly. And a lot of these videos, like, I can't even consider them my video because we're interviewing somebody else about their story. So by saying, like, this is my least favorite video, I don't want to, like, I don't want to dismiss anybody's story or anything. Give people the benefit of the doubt always. But I would have to say my least favorite types of videos were, like, the countdown videos, even though I still like them and everything, but I really didn't like making them that much, as opposed to the interviews that we do now. But yeah.
No, I get it too. We here, I mean, on our channel, we mostly do the topic videos, but we have had a couple top 5 videos, stuff like that. If it was a topic that we didn't have, those kind of vague that we needed more. Like, for example, like I did one on Zelda, like, top 5 Zelda things. And it's fun, but it's not something I would want to do full time.
Yeah, I know what you mean. 100%.
And like some channels, like you said earlier, like, Watch Mojo, for example, they've made a huge killing on them. And people love them. I like them. I like the suspense, but it's just, it's not as original.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And like Watch Mojo, the people who made that are so disconnected from the actual like process of making the videos. Like they just hire other people to do everything. I doubt the creator of Watch Mojo even watches like Watch Mojo videos.
That's really true.
I mean, they come out with what, 6 a day at least.
Exactly. Yeah.
And we've had people in like Pakistan and India telling us like, oh, they'll make a top 5 for us. It's like $40 or $50 a video.
Yeah.
So do you have videos that you make or interviews that you haven't released because you scrapped them either for like the quality or you just weren't feeling it?
Yeah, and we've had interviews that have actually gone up that we've scrapped after like finding out. Like we always give people the benefit of the doubt, and we always keep an open mind when we're interviewing people. But if we find out something is obviously blatantly fake, we will take the video down because we don't. Last thing we want to do is mislead people. So we did have a video that was. And we get this all the time, like, oh, he's only doing it for the views, only doing it for the money. And if that were the case, I would leave these videos up if we find details regarding that they're actually fake. So there's this one lady that we interviewed claiming to be a time traveler. It was a Skype interview, and we found her actual YouTube channel, and she had one in this time, and she's clearly not a time traveler. Long story short, and yeah, so we took that video down, But yeah, sometimes, we scrap it if we find out something's blatantly fake. But for the most part, like we are more open than I think any media organization ever. Like if we give you the benefit of the doubt unless you're proven wrong, and that's not we don't feel as if it's our place to prove you wrong. Like I said, we keep an open mind and I think the beautiful thing about it is that we let the viewers decide.
No, that's great. And we kind of share that mentality. And we've caught shit for it before because, we put our stories out and we're not trying to say, believe this definitely happened. But, we like presenting the story and letting people decide on their own if they like it or not.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I try to do both sides of the story. That way you can decide. Because, that's what makes it fun.
Yeah.
To me, like, I don't want to just shit on it and be like, oh, it's completely fake. Or, oh, then they go 100% positive. Like, this is completely real. And ignore, like, the counterpoints to everything. So let the viewers.
Exactly. And I feel, like the mainstream media, I think they push their opinions so hard that it just draws people away too. And people like to see something where the people doing the interviews and stuff, they don't give their opinion. I mean, there's so much of that going on, and I don't think it's a good thing.
Yeah, there's definitely an agenda behind everything on TV these days. It's scary.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I mean, you look at the election and you just see how powerful the media is, like pushing what they want to be true.
Any sort of narrative. And even just looking at media companies buying each other and stuff, like they're becoming like bigger and like bigger. Like at the end, if like Disney does buy Fox, they'll control like 35% of like media, and then like Universal / Comcast
That's
will control
crazy.
like another 35%. And you think about
Yeah,
how much control.
and like billionaires like Jeff Bezos buying the Washington Post. I mean that's crazy that you can buy a media organization. Like there should almost those. I don't want to say government regulated because then you might get propaganda for the government. But
Yeah.
like it's definitely kind of creepy when someone can buy like a huge media organization and he could dictate what they put out and it could be perceived as propaganda by a lot of people. Like I doubt that the Washington Post is posting a lot of bad like Amazon articles these days.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
no, like our local paper, we live in like a town of less than 50,000 people, and our local paper is owned by Warren Buffett. So if you don't think there's like a
exactly.
media conspirity, that's definitely a point. Because if there wasn't any like
Exactly.
benefit to it, why would he even think about our paper? Like who would
Yeah.
care?
He
So
probably bought up like the thousands of local different newspaper.
yeah, and he probably got a huge deal for him because no one else was like, oh, let's do this. So
Exactly. And it's all and he probably has stocks in a bunch of companies so he can kind of push those under the radar. Yeah, it's
yeah.
definitely pretty creepy.
Flip asked, what is the origin of Apex TV's name, and how did you come up with Apex TV?
Well, honestly, yeah, this is kind of embarrassing, but so back in the day of YouTube on the left-hand sidebar when it used to order your subscriptions not by like how recently people posted, but it would order them by or most relevant, but instead it would order them by alphabetically. So I always saw like channels on my left side that started with an A at the very top or like numerical. So I was gonna actually call it Vertex TV, because it just sounded cool, like the top of a pyramid, top point, like the best videos kind of. I almost called it Vertex TV, but then I thought, it's going to appear at the bottom of the sub feed, so might as well call it Apex TV because it's like a synonym. So yeah,
Hey.
not the best origin story for the name,
No,
but
but still, it's
that's it.
hustling back when the rules
Yeah.
were different.
And
Yeah.
look where you are now.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been a completely different story if you'd gone with just a different name. So,
Yeah, who knows? It could. Yeah, I'm glad it chose Apex. I like it a lot better now.
yeah, no,
It's so useful.
your content's great, but it's funny thinking back on those things. Like, I wonder if that would have made any difference.
It is, yeah. It's
So when
crazy.
did you first like notice success with your channel where you're like, oh man, this could actually do something? Like,
Yeah, so like for the first year, I didn't even know you could make money on YouTube. I didn't even know you could put ads on it or anything. Like I just uploaded videos and I just found it amazing. Like, and it's amazing that you can even make money on YouTube. Like you should be paying YouTube to be seen in front of these millions of people. It's crazy that you can even do that. But yeah, I first noticed success. I think it would have to be the when we uploaded this video about this teleportation that was supposedly caught on tape. I don't know if you remember this, but it was like a green security camera footage and this guy like walking out of a wall or something, and it was going really viral. So I made a video on it, put like our own spin on it, kind of talked about teleportation and everything, and that video got like 1 million views within the first week. So I was blown away first off, and
yeah,
like I thought, this could actually be very big.
yeah. Do you remember what kind of like what you were averaging view wise before that happened? Like before it went, like was that your first viral video?
Kind of, yeah. I would estimate maybe 2,000 views a video, and then that one. YouTube's kind of like a lottery in a lot of ways. Like you just got to keep going and going, and the more videos you put out, the better chance you do have to go viral. I mean, obviously, make sure you're putting in quality and everything. I've noticed a lot. I used to always think like quantity over quality, but when I was making top 5 videos and everything, but now I really focus more on the quality than quantity.
Yeah. I mean, I saw a Casey Neistat video one time where he did like 1 year in review, like 2015 or 2016. He was talking about where he only had like 3 videos go viral, but he made the 365 vlogs. And he was talking about, like those videos seem huge.
Exactly.
Think about like I had 99 other videos on average than that. Like that's a lot of work that went into making those happen. So
exactly, yeah, the equal amount of work, if not more work, for the ones that didn't even get as many views. But that's YouTube, and I think it's amazing.
Do you have any videos that like you really like that haven't gotten that much, like that many views? Like secret favorite?
it happens all the time. I can't think of anything specifically, but yeah, that's a really common problem. And within most YouTube circles I'm into, like that's a really common problem with a lot of people. Like
Yeah.
they put all this work into a video and then it doesn't, and then something they barely work on does go viral. Like that happens a lot more than you think. But yeah, that's definitely common.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely something when you put a lot of work into something, and it's like nothing comes out of it. Then like
Yeah.
one that you didn't think was good at all is like blows up.
But even though, yeah, I know. But even though nothing comes out of it, like, just keep making videos down the line. And I've seen this happen before. Like a video I put out months ago starts blowing up because a different video we release now is related to the old one. So, like, if we put out the recent Men in Black video and then some of our old videos, like looking at UFO sightings, they get in the featured bar. So then they all start blowing up too. So it's sometimes you'll see old videos like even if you're not that big now, down the road, if you are, then all those videos will start getting views and everything, and you'll be happy you built up an arsenal of all these videos. And it's
Yeah.
I don't think it is a waste, even if something doesn't go viral, like you know.
No, definitely. And then you also never know if something's going to go, become a trending topic.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's
How do
definitely.
you stay, like, since this is your like main job, like how do you stay
Yeah.
sane, like not looking at the analytics and like freaking out about it and not like trying to dive too deep into like overthinking things?
Yeah, like we just yeah, that definitely is a problem, and there's a lot of people who do YouTube who get too caught up in analytics and who just become obsessed with the numbers. I say just just I'll always be having fun with it, and never do it for the money or anything, because I notice this a lot when someone starts doing it for the views or for the money. It usually stops, honestly, and that's like the worst thing you can do. So, which is funny because you change it, and you approach it trying to do it for the views and money, but then you get the opposite. So I say just always do it if you have a passion in it, and good things will come.
Yeah, that's where I've seen the most like burnout from like people I follow and stuff, is when it becomes
Exactly.
like about the money and like overthinking it, and you can drive yourself crazy trying to like capture success you've had in the past, and you just drive
Exactly.
people away.
Mhm.
So it's just crazy how much stuff like that goes into it. Like when you were starting out, like how did you like market your videos, or did you just upload them? Like did you post them anywhere else, or how did they start gaining traction?
Yeah, there's a lot of different news companies that we send videos to, especially if we do like an interview with someone where we own the rights to the footage and we're not like talking about someone else's. We try our best to promote it. So like we do email news, a lot of news companies. I've got a lot of connections within a lot of British news companies and whatnot, and um, just emailing different blogs and everything, saying, "Hey, do you wanna share this story?" It's amazing what you can get if you just ask. So, like that, yeah, that's my number one piece of advice. Emailing a lot of different blogs. Like so stuff within your niche, like maybe conspiracy blogs or like paranormal stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just and maybe going on forums, like obviously not spamming the link or anything, but going on forums and trying to integrate it as part of a good post and everything. There's definitely a lot of ways.
Yeah, I've tried a lot of different ways. It just seems like the hardest thing, like after like making a video, is like trying to like market it in some way after, because it's almost like exhausting by that point, because you're almost like done.
Yeah,
But
I
that's almost
know.
like the most critical part. It's almost to the point where sometimes
I
I try to
know.
think of it backwards, like how am I gonna like make the like this idea I have, how am I going to market it, and how I'm going to write kind of like
Yeah,
around it. That way I'm not
exactly.
exhausted at the end trying to be like, how are people going to actually see this thing I just spent like 20 or 40 hours on?
Yeah,
So,
I forget what influential figure said it, but like marketing is 10 times more important than the actual thing you're marketing. And like it's so true, but I know what you mean. Like you get burnt out after working so hard on the video, and then you're like, dang. So maybe it's best to just finish the video, wait like a day or two, then upload it when you got energy again,
that's
and do
actually
it
some
that
good
way.
advice. It's
Yeah,
hard. Like once you make something, like it's like, okay, let's go, let's upload it right this
I know.
second.
You just want to upload and then walk away because you're like, oh, my work here is done. But yeah,
Yeah.
Work is never done.
yeah.
Stormtrooper Stormy asked if you could interview anyone, who would it be?
Anyone. Oh, geez. Oh God. I don't know. Albert Einstein. I don't know. Like
That'd be a
I don't know.
solid
It's
one.
probably yeah, probably some influential figure in history, or maybe even just one of my own relatives that had passed away that I never got to meet or something. Like my great grandpa or something. And if I could bring like a cell phone back to that time and show it to him too, that'd be cool. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, probably either a historical figure or a past relative.
That's definitely. I mean, I wish I could go back and talk to anyone in the past, and maybe one day, if these, time travel stories are
Oh,
true.
here's a question that's
Yep.
related to it before we jump. Like, if you could travel to a time, what would it be? Like,
I would
where would you
say,
go if you only had one year to go to?
and I can never come back.
I mean, you could come back. You
Okay.
get to visit. You can visit.
No pressure.
Well, yeah. Okay. Good. Well, if I could come back, I would say 2200, because I don't want to go so far that the robots had taken over yet, but I don't want to go. I want to go far enough where we like cured all the diseases and we're like starting to colonize other planets, underwater cities, and be able to do all kinds of cool stuff like that, and maybe really long lifespans. But yeah, I definitely don't want to go so far that the robots had taken over, which I sort of think might happen.
It's inevitable. It's just kind of accept it. I
Kind of
mean,
feels like it. Yeah, maybe not though. Maybe we'll integrate with them, like a lot of these people we interview say.
maybe so. I mean, you just look at it though. It's like so many, jobs that were performed by people are now performed by robots or machines. So I
know
mean, there's no reason economically, for company wise, for it to slow down. So it's
Exactly.
definitely gonna get worse.
Exactly.
Let's see. Cairo said, "Do you think the fact that your Nick Pope interview has like 3,000 views compared to the more absurd ones hitting 3 million views? Do you find that interesting?"
Well, first off, I'm not going to classify any of as absurd, but in terms of the Nick Pope interview, yeah, that was actually one of them. Going back to your other point about like videos you've done that you wish got more attention than they did, than they deserve. The Nick Pope interview, definitely. Like, I couldn't believe I landed that interview. I don't remember how many. I didn't have many subscribers, and Nick Pope, for those of you who don't know, he's a really prominent figure in the UFO community. He worked at the British Ministry of Defense. I couldn't believe I got the interview, and I did it on Skype, and it turned out I only got like 3,000 views. But I was really grateful to have the opportunity to talk with him and everything. But yeah, I know what you mean, Cairo.
Yeah, that's basically how we feel. We don't know how we got this interview.
Yeah, no, this was amazing that you just like.
I'm not that special. Jeez.
No,
We really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's no problem.
Super cool talking about stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Cairo said, "Ever scared or uncomfortable regarding your own personal safety after uploading videos that might contain sensitive stuff, i.e. Men in Black?"
Yeah, I mean, I've never noticed any vans outside my house yet, but I'll be sure to let you guys know if I do. I mean, if the videos ever stop going up with it over like say 2 months, then something probably happened. Not guaranteed Men in Black got me. I mean, it could have just be something. Who knows? But
you have
like,
some sort of contingency plan in place, like if something like that happened.
yeah, I should make a will and.
I didn't know if you had like if something happens to me, this is gonna get released.
Yeah, we should actually do that. Speaking of stuff to like get released, I actually scheduled a video for 50 years in the future, with like YouTube scheduling.
Yeah.
And then it
That's
made
really cool. That's like a time capsule.
Yeah, exactly. I made a title Time Traveler from 2018. Talks about the past, and it's just me sitting in front of a camera going, "Hey, what's up, YouTube?" So now the year is whatever it was, 50 years in the future. And yeah, so that one's scheduled to go up. So if YouTube's still around and if Apex TV still exists, that video is going to be released automatically. So I'm excited about that.
That's
really cool.
Idea. Yeah.
Yeah, we should definitely just like, I mean, not trying to steal your idea, but there should be like a collab where you just do that. That's awesome.
You should,
Maybe like
50
5
years might be 50, yeah, 5 years is more realistic. I don't know, but I don't know why I did 50. I mean, 10 years probably be better, but yeah.
I mean, when you have the idea, 50 sounds like, yes, it's the idea. I'm doing it right now.
Exactly.
It's like go big or go home.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been around for what, 15 years now? So, I mean, 13 years. I can't remember when it was, 2006, something like that.
Yeah, I think 2006, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, who knows? They could make it that long. I'm sure whatever they are in 50 years is going to be a lot more scary. They'll be
Yeah,
the new Walt Disney, basically.
it'll be like, yeah, we'll have like chips in our brain and we'll have contact lenses with screens on them that we'll be wearing. So whenever we want to watch YouTube, we just think of something we want to watch and like appears right in front of our eyes.
Maybe then we'll finally get notifications when new videos come up.
Exactly.
Your head just vibrates.
Yeah.
Duct tape. I'm depressed now. You didn't ask my question. I'm gonna ask because he keeps asking. Don't feel obligated to answer.
Yeah, you definitely don't have to answer this one.
How much money do you make?
Yeah, I get asked that a lot, but like, you know, it's kind of private. I don't ask other people how much they make and everything. And you know, just we invest a lot of it back into, you know, translating it, putting different language subtitles on it, translating the descriptions, because within YouTube now you can translate descriptions and titles and even tags to be in other languages. So then when people are searching, say in Russian, it'll come up. So most of it goes back into reinvesting it into Apex. But like, you know, I live a comfortable life, and India.
Yeah. What? India?
Cool deal. So,
did you say you're in India?
Oh no.
Okay.
We translated some of the videos into.
Okay. I thought you said you like come for life in India. I'm like, what? You just say India. I didn't know if you were just like, yeah, just live it up here in India.
That's why you're really paranoid about these Men in Black.
Yeah. Maybe I'm in India and I'm up at whatever time it is there now, probably like 4 a.m. or something.
Yeah.
Dedication, man. That's insane.
Yeah.
No, I saw a channel one time say that like YouTube, like even if it's a job, it's still your most expensive hobby because so much of it goes back in, like money, time, everything. It just consumes, like it's your life.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what we want to do too. It's like if we started making money from monetization, we definitely want to put it into traveling and go into new places. Just a video. So yeah.
I mean, it's fun. Like one of the things like you kind of talked about earlier, like the fact that we have the ability to do this, like some of our videos, even if they just get like thousands of views, like that's still more than maybe like a famous artist now, like back when they were alive.
Exactly. And like looking back at like the first TV broadcasts or like TV broadcasts in the 80s or something, I guarantee there's TV channels out there, like local channels that don't get 1,000 views. And when you see 1,000 views, you're like, oh, that's not that many because I see this video by PewDiePie has like 2 million. He gets 2 million on every video. But when you really think about it, that's 1,000 people, 1,000 different people that sat and actually consumed your video. I mean, it's crazy when you think about it.
Across the world too. I mean, it's not like your local PBS station. Well,
exactly.
Like
It's not.
Station.
Yeah, you're reaching people in Great Britain. I mean, all over the world. It's crazy.
That's my favorite thing about analytics is like seeing like, oh, someone from this tiny country like Serbia watched my video 100%.
I love that. Yeah.
In the world, like this one person just found it and just watched it all the way through.
Speaking of that, I was actually going through that, seeing different countries and stuff, and I saw that we had like 13 views from North Korea. I bet it's someone just using like a VPN or something to make it look like they are. But who knows? Maybe it's Kim. I don't know.
We could make the difference.
Just watching some Apex. Yeah. Who knows?
How do I fix my past mistakes? How do I make it great?
Yeah.
It's like they just love two things. They love basketball and they love YouTube videos.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't think, YouTube's outlawed there, I know, but I think it's only the high ups there can watch YouTube. So if it isn't someone using like a VPN, it might be someone high up in North Korea.
That's true. Yeah, because from what I understand, they aren't allowed to have any outside media.
Yeah.
That's crazy. What if stories?
Yeah.
How do your your live stuff work? Do you have like a schedule for it, or is it just when you have like an interview or something lined up?
We usually plan them probably a day in advance. I mean, we have done some like within an hour in advance, but we do have one planned for next week if all goes well, next Monday, or this Monday actually. With Nicole from the Men in Black video. She actually reached out, or a person claiming to be her. So if we can verify everything and make sure everything checks out, then we will hopefully be going live 8 o'clock on Monday if everything works out. But yeah, usually we just we plan it a day in advance. We put out a community post a day in advance, something on Instagram, Twitter, and everything, letting people know that we'll be going live at a certain time. Yeah.
How do you like stay on top of everything? Like you have so much going on. Like there's so many moving pieces. Like how do you stay focused on it
Yeah,
all?
I mean, Google Calendar is a lifesaver. Love it. I mean, one of the best apps out there. Use it all the time. Great way of scheduling your day and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you? So like, do you have any advice for like channels now? Like how to besides like I don't know. YouTube's changed so much since like before. I even just saw a post on Twitter today saying that they're testing out like picking your thumbnail for you. Like, I don't know if that's real or not. I saw that.
Oh, YouTube picking the thumbnail for you. I mean, I hope that never happens.
They
Jeez.
said they're testing it on 1% of videos right now of YouTube generated thumbnails.
Oh wow. Oh, of YouTube generated thumbnail, and then they would they hire someone to pick it out?
I don't know. It could just be like they go through it randomly and just see if the click-through rate gets better. I don't know how YouTube works. I mean, I made the comment whether like with all these changes, if YouTube is actually like improving like overall for like them behind the scenes, like are they making more money, or is it B just like they have all these people hired, so they always need to be doing something, so they're always just like changing something? Like, is it productive change, or is it?
I know a lot of that goes on, especially when you get a company the size of YouTube. I mean, that's crazy. But yeah, I mean that would be a good idea if they like because they have a lot of videos uploaded without thumbnails, and it could be like one of the best videos ever. But the thumbnail is like the camera looking at the ground, but it could have been like a video of a guy doing who knows like a quadruple backflip on a dirt bike. So what if they did hire people to like go through each of those videos and find a good thumbnail to put up? I mean, I bet that would increase click-through rate. I mean, I don't know, that'd be a ton of work by people, but who knows?
Yeah.
I would just be afraid that if we visited the suicide forest, that a really bad thumbnail would be chosen.
Yeah, let's just not go there.
Yeah.
What was it like getting like the YouTube plaque, the 100,000? Like, how long did it take you to get that from when you hit the milestone? Like, did they
I think like 2-3 months. I emailed my partner manager like over and over about it because like I was super excited because I didn't get the notification right away. So you just got to email them a couple times and they'll usually do it. Did you guys hear about that they changed the creator plaques?
Yeah, how they look different.
Yeah, I kind of like them better now. I mean, I do have an old one, but when we hit 1 million, we'll get that new style.
Yeah,
I haven't seen the new style yet.
Yeah, I was conflicted.
It looks pretty cool.
Both. Yeah.
I like them both, but I like the new. I think the new one looks more futuristic.
Yeah, but it's cool that you're gonna have a chance to get both, though. Like that's awesome.
Yeah, crazy.
You'll be able to say, back in my day, they just had
when you guys hit 100,000, how about let's swap play buttons for like a week, and then
I'll previously make that deal. Hold us to it.
I mean, it'd be so cool if we hit 100,000. Like I'd be so surprised.
You'd be surprised. Like sometimes channels go from like our Spanish channels at like 30K now, but it was at like 500 just a couple months ago. So when I mean you might be surprised at how fast things can grow if things start falling into line.
Yeah, like I said earlier, it's just all depends on what video hits it big.
Yeah, a lot of it's luck, but you know you can do what you can, and there's certain tools that help with it too. Like I use vidIQ. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that.
Yeah, that's what I use.
Helpful, yeah.
Do you use the pro version or the basic version?
The pro version, and a good tip actually, if you want to get a discount on the pro version, you can just you can use their live chat feature saying I just want to try out the pro version. I think they'll give it to you like half off for the first couple months.
That's a good idea.
So
I've just used the basic version. I haven't tried the full.
Yeah, the basic version it does a lot too, but yeah, the pro version it does have some features that are really nice.
I thought you were going to say, if you want to get a little cheaper, you can use coupon code ApexTV.
Yeah. We should become affiliates. Another thing we should become affiliates of is the Yeti mics. Like I get so many emails of people asking like, what microphone do you use? I'm like, oh, just a Yeti mic. And I give them a link on Amazon and then they actually buy it. And I'm like, dang, if I had an affiliate with the Blue Yeti.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we use. I use a basic one. I think Ethan has one of the more fancy ones, but
mine's just red. Yours is blue, right?
Mine's
yeah. Yeah, I got a blue one.
Oh, you got one. Well, fancy. But yeah, like when we first were, looking for equipment, I heard a lot of good reviews about the Yeti, and I thought, oh, well, down the road I'll get a better one. But so far, it's met all of our needs.
Oh, me too. Yeah, like I always thought, I'll get a better one someday. But the quality is honestly amazing for what you get.
Yeah, and I've seen microphones that were a lot more expensive that really didn't justify the difference in quality. So everyone out there, if you want to start a YouTube channel, go get a Yeti mic, Blue Yeti mic.
This is not a paid advertisement.
Yeah, we have to say that a lot. We're always like advertising things that we don't actually get sponsored by.
So,
yeah,
like,
exactly.
since you're so big, have you ever tried to like get your own sponsorship? I mean, like, look, I have like 500,000 subscribers. You should give me an offer code and I'll promote this.
Not yet. I mean, I think we don't want to take away from the viewers too by like flashing products and services and everything. But I know what you mean, like doing inadvertent sponsorships for companies. Like I use mail.com for my email, apextv@mail.com, and I use like I screenshot emails sometimes, like if we get sent something and they give us permission to like show it in a video. And the mail.com logos in so many of like the first 10 seconds of our videos with like millions of views. And I'm like, dang, they're getting some good promotion from that.
Definitely.
Yeah, if it was something like that, like I think that's definitely justifiable. It's not like you're trying to like push something and sell it. That's like something you use on the regular and something they actually benefit from. Like,
exactly. Yeah, like I benefit from their service and everything. And
like just you getting the Discord hoodie, like that's just still like, I mean, it's cool that like someone would like recognize it instead of just, I don't know, do something for nothing. I don't know. Because I mean,
exactly. I love it. Yeah.
So where do you see your channel in a year from now? Like with how things change so fast, like where do you think you'll be at?
Hopefully 1 million subscribers.
Yeah.
And hopefully just doing what we're doing now. And like the stories that we're covering, they're becoming more and more interesting. Like over the last couple of months, we've been doing a lot of just people claiming to be time travelers and everything. But I love that we're kind of diversifying now and doing like Men in Black video that we got sent recently, the 911 call, time traveler video we got sent recently. Like I love branching out and looking at different things like that. Super interesting stories. And I think with the growing audience, we're going to get more and more of that. So like I'm super excited to see where it'll be at a year from now.
So do you have like in a year, like do you have anything planned, like places you go to? Do you have anything planned like in advance of like what you're gonna do or anything you can share?
Yeah, we do, but I don't think we should
no promises.
Top secret, you know what I mean?
Yeah. What about hold on. I had another question, I just lost it, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
I was gonna say, what about I don't know.
It's gone.
I'm just messing up. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Any live chat questions here?
Let's see. It kind of slowed down. Flip asked, ask ApexTV, how does he have that trusting feeling? Like I just trust him when we talk. I think that's more of an opinion thing. Like, that just comes to him, man.
Matter of opinion.
But I mean, I trust you. I feel it. I know. I get what they're getting at.
Yeah, appreciate it. I trust you guys. Duct tape. How do you know you can trust the people you're interviewing? I mean, honestly, you can't know for sure, and that's why we let the viewers decide. Like, we don't say this is 100% real. And yeah, I think it's really beneficial to let the viewers decide instead of pushing your own opinions on things. I mean, there's definitely a time and place for it. Like a lot of these news companies that pick up on our stories, they'll say like, this is the most blatantly fake. In my opinion, this is real. Like there's definitely a time and place for that. And I think people should give their opinions and everything. I'm just saying for the people distributing the original story, I don't think we should be given an opinion. I think that's part of the attraction to some of the people that come to us.
Yeah. Oh, here's my other question. All right.
Oh yeah.
All right, you're at 500,000. You said a year, 1 million. What are some of your dream goals? Like, what's something honestly happening?
Yeah, honestly, my dream was 100,000 subscribers, and I honestly never thought we'd get there.
Yeah. Did that affect you mentally when you actually achieved it? Like, did it cause you to slow down, or?
Kind of, actually. Yeah, I was like, oh dang, now 1 million. Now that seems so daunting. But then, but you should never be in it for the numbers. Like. When you get caught down on like 100,000 subscribers versus 1 million, I think you should really focus on the content and love the content that you're doing. Never focus on numbers. That's you won't be happy at the end of the day if you do.
Yeah.
you'll never be happy because you'll always be trying to get more. It's same thing with money. I mean, you'll always be trying to get more. So like,
Yeah.
always just be happy with what you're doing, and yeah, try your best.
Is there anyone you want to work with that you haven't had a chance to work with?
Yeah, I like a lot of these other big paranormal channels like Chills. Are you familiar with him?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, I've reached out to him a couple times, no response. But like Chills, Secure Team 10, love to do collabs with sometime. I don't know what we'd do, but like, if we could, definitely maybe collab down the line with them.
You should just ask to interview him, man. Because I mean, that's
Yeah,
simple.
yeah, we could. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
But no, both those channels. Well, not both those channels. I need to check out Secure Team 10, but I have been watching Chills
yeah.
for a while. And
Oh yeah.
I like
I
his.
sent him an email. He
What's that?
responded. I sent Chills an email. He responded, but he said no.
Oh, really?
But he was really nice. He said no. Like if I had any
Yeah.
questions about YouTube, just let him know and he'll answer them.
Oh, that's
But
awesome.
I didn't have any questions.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's more kind of like, oh, man, this is cool. But then I kind of didn't do anything about it.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but it's cool how friendly like some people are though. Like even you just like reaching out. Like it makes it more real. Like the fact that you can talk to people and reach out. I mean, it's crazy how connected the world is these days.
It is, and it's crazy how high and mighty some people get. Like when they're like, "Oh, I have 100,000 subscribers. I'm not going to talk with anybody who has under 50,000." I mean, I think that's absolutely absurd. I mean, I think more YouTubers should talk with like people who watch their videos and everything, because at the end of the day, we're all people, and we're all and I think it serves as benefit to the content that you're creating. It serves as benefit to the viewers because they're the ones consuming the content. If you do talk with them, and it's amazing all the venues, like you said, that we can do it, like Discord, YouTube. There's so many, Instagram, everything.
No, like seeing your Discord is almost more impressive than like the 500,000 because it just shows like how connected you are and have like not just like I mean because like subs can be bought or whatever too, but the fact that you have that much interaction and can like affect that many people instead of just being like a person behind the scenes, like just a voice. So.
Yeah, and I've met so many amazing people on there. I mean, it's incredible how many like-minded people like that are into the paranormal and everything, and it's crazy. And like we try to tailor to everybody. Like we have a skeptic channel on the Discord too for people who are skeptical about the videos, and it's amazing.
Now I could really see yours being like something major though, like Netflix or something where it's just you and a cameraman interviewing people or something like your live streams. Now it could really be a thing because it is interesting to watch.
like a behind the scenes kind of thing.
I don't know, like it just kind of like if you combine like some sort of like the radio show type aspect because it's just something like the retro feel. It just reminds me. It just like I don't know. It just is like a connection there, and it's just like I was looking. I was searching before I even knew you were on Reddit. I was searching Reddit, seeing what people thought of your channel and everything, and just the fact that so many people are interested in it. Like it's people, whether they're skeptical or not, like they're still interested in it. Like the whole what if, like even if they are like, oh, this isn't real. So
exactly.
And Reddit is a very skeptical place. Like they'll shut like everything down.
Yeah.
Like this isn't real. This isn't science.
Yeah.
Right. I don't want to keep you too long. Do you have like anyone who has last minute questions in the live chat? Let us know. Do you have any to catch up on, Blake?
I think I'm good at the moment. We do have one. I have a question as well. But this is a little off topic. But what does everyone think of the Christopher Robin movie, and why is it your most anticipated movie of 2018? It's a little creepy looking to me.
Yeah, I saw the preview for that. That thing looks creepy. Jeez.
Yeah, it's one of those things where they could definitely go over the trailer with like just a basic editing, put some creepy music in it, and just turn into a horror movie.
Yeah, wait, that wasn't supposed to be a horror movie, though, was it? That's like a little kid's movie.
Yeah. So, oh well.
Yeah.
My question was, and we may have covered a little bit of this earlier, but the horror community and paranormal in general, it seems that lately there have been a few people getting attacked. Well, not attacked, but basically their videos, in some cases channels, are getting taken out of the partner program, demonetized. Yeah. Have you seen any of that from top of the mountain?
Honestly, not really with the people I've talked to, but I've heard about like smaller ones and stuff. But of all the cases I've seen, I don't think it was anything to do with like that they put out some top secret footage of a UFO or anything, and then they take it down. By what I've seen, it's mostly like copyright strikes, and it's mostly them doing something else totally unrelated that abuses YouTube's terms of service. Um, but I definitely think it is within the realm of possibility that something could happen where you put out some footage or something that they don't want seen, and who knows what could happen. So it's always nice to be on a lot of different platforms like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat. Discord is a huge one. So if anything ever happens, it's always great to have backups.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, like, what other social like platforms can we find you on? Do you have like a plan B? Like, I know Instagram just launched, like Instagram TV. Like,
Yeah,
have you
yeah,
thought
yeah.
about it?
Yeah, we're uploading videos on IGTV. It's pretty cool. I thought it'd be dumb like having vertical videos like that, but I've been watching a lot on there, and it's not that bad because you don't even have to tilt the screen when you're when you're watching the videos.
Yeah,
And Instagram's already, I think, the biggest social network other than YouTube. You consider and Facebook owns Instagram too.
yeah.
So so yeah, Instagram is definitely huge, and it's amazing that they have a video sharing platform now too. So yeah, just diversify as much as you can, and the content that we make, it's not specific to any platform. Like we've uploaded videos, like our interview we did with Noah, the first one. We uploaded that one on Facebook, and it got like 6 million views within the first week. And
That's
I knew
insane.
nothing about Facebook. We just straight up uploaded onto Facebook. I knew nothing about optimization or anything. So it's definitely amazing, and Facebook, some of the analytics on there are even more crazy than YouTube.
We haven't really dived that much into like Facebook. I've been messing with Instagram now more, and even Twitter now. I've been trying to be more active on things because
Yeah,
that also falls in the whole realm of like once you make a video, you're kind of tired of dealing with it. But like the whole
yeah, I
interaction
know.
of doing it, like I'm most like I really like our Discord because that's like instant feedback. You don't have to really wait for someone to get on. You can just ask the question.
Exactly.
But
Yeah, that's amazing.
have you ever had any like copyright problems or copyright strikes of people trying to like false claim anything
Oh
since
yeah, big
yeah.
time, big time. We've had a lot. We've had people threatening to sue us and all this. We've had extortion attempts in which they're asking for thousands of dollars,
Holy
and we just
shit,
use like
man.
I know, and we use like 5 seconds of their Slender Man clip in the beginning intro of like top five Slender Man, the Slender Man sightings caught on tape, and we use like 5 seconds of their video, and they're threatening to sue us. They're going through the whole YouTube copyright process. And thank God YouTube has been really cooperating, and we've taken care of everything. And my partner manager has been great too. So like we've definitely gone through issues like that, and it's another reason that I love making our own content and everything. We don't have to deal with that as much. But I do want to make like some more top 10 videos, like maybe top 10 time travel photos or something, or top 10 photos that could be proof of time travel. But like yeah, we've dealt with a lot of copyright issues, but they've all been resolved, and it's all been good.
Yeah. Did they give you a head like stress you out while they were happening, or did you know it was
Big
gonna be
time.
handled like really
Yeah,
well?
I did get stressed out. Luckily, I know this guy. I don't know if you're familiar with Look Now TV.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've
Yeah, he
seen.
had great. Yeah, the guy's name's Rick, who runs it. Great guy. He
Yeah.
contacted when I had like 50,000 subscribers. He had like 200,000. So I was astounded, and like he's helped me so much with all the YouTube copyright stuff. A really good guy. And he's like showing me how it works and everything. So it's yeah, he's helped out a lot with that, and really grateful.
Yeah, it is. I can imagine it's very stressful. We've been lucky so far. We've gotten a couple copyright things on our side channel for like gaming videos that
Oh, yeah.
Nintendo instantly claims stuff.
I don't understand why like Nintendo would want to do that. Don't they want their games to be seen as many people as possible? I mean, it's like the best advertising you could ever ask for is if somebody's playing your game. I mean, it's crazy. And then if they want to, and then they want to take away from that. Like I bet the revenue that they would make from the sheer amount of advertising that like big creators give to Nintendo would be way more for them having to copyright strike every video, and it's just crazy to me.
Definitely. But yeah, it's like such a big company. It's like, why are you worried about us? It's like Microsoft doesn't care, Sony
Exactly.
doesn't care.
Exactly.
That's why we have
Crazy.
the side channel to do iffy stuff on. So
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we try to keep our main channel 99% footage that we've recorded ourselves just to avoid that. And
Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah.
we use Epidemic Sound to get out of the whole music copyright.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I use this guy named co.ag music, great guy, and he puts out a lot of stuff on YouTube. I support him on Patreon and everything. So he's got a lot of cool stuff. Like all the iconic Apex TV theme songs are from that guy.
That's awesome.
yeah,
Yeah.
top five uses it? Top
Oh
five.
yeah, top fives. Yep, he
Yeah.
uses that too.
Like when I first watched your channel, I was like right at 100,000 like
Oh, that's
subs.
awesome.
Yeah, like yours top fives and there's top fives unknowns and like one other like the only like creepy like paranormal type video like channels I was sub to.
I know exactly. Yeah.
Things have changed a lot now that we do it. Like I see all kinds of like like horror paranormal stuff. So wonder how many are going to survive YouTube 2018.
Yeah, just stay consistent and things come up and everything, but like for the most part, like I think we have like the biggest creator to audience ratio ever. So I mean big as in there's more people watching than there are creators now ever, which surprised me when I heard that, because I figured that there would have been more in like 2006, but it's incredible that there's the amount of audience that's out there. And like even though we didn't start in 2006 or anything, like you can think of it as like getting property in Malibu, even though it's like not right on the beach. I still think it's like on the beach. Like it's getting in now in 2018. I think YouTube and social media and the internet is just beginning, and I think our lives are going to become more and more consumed by it, and we're going to spend all of our time on the internet, and that's definitely the direction it's headed.
I'm already there.
Exactly. Me too, man.
I consume more stuff from you. Like YouTube is my primary like where I watch stuff. I mean, I watch a little Netflix, but it's mostly like other creators, and it's cool now that you make your own stuff. Like you can see what other people are doing and how they're because there's so many ways of doing it, and it's really cool. And
you can get inspiration, you can get of ways to improve and ideas, and it's amazing. And like I don't watch any TV anymore. Like I do watch Netflix like you, but yeah, no TV.
Yeah. There's what was it, Gary V talks. He's so optimistic about it. He talks about how
big time.
how much potential there is for like content like creators and everything. And like you said, it's really hard to imagine that like there's still so much potential because now I mean to me like it seems harder because there's so much more like professional quality than back in 2006. Like 2006 seemed like it was more like people just in their bedroom, and now you have like CNN and stuff, and or like Jimmy Fallon on the like front page of YouTube like all the time.
Exactly. So. Yeah, it definitely has changed in that regard. I mean, like imagine if imagine if we could time travel back to 2006 and like make really high quality video, be like the first people. Yeah. I mean, I bet we could easily get like 100 million subscribers.
No, the first person I ever like watched that I remember was like Bo Burnham. Like I found him when I was like sick from school, and I'm like just watched all of his like songs. I'm like, this is really good, but I did not have the conscious effort to be like, I could do that. Like I could make videos.
Yeah. The name sounds familiar. I'm sure I've seen. Oh yeah, I've seen this guy.
Yeah. Yep.
If I could go back in time, I would just start doing Let's Plays of Slender and Five Nights at Freddy's, and then we'd be set.
Right before they became trending, and like make some fidget spinner videos right before, and some hoverboard videos.
1,000-degree knife challenge, knife cutting through stuff.
Yeah, make them in 2006, so then they'll just sit dormant for a long time, but then all of a sudden they'll get views because YouTube promotes it because it's has so much authority due to being so old.
I mean, just talking about the search and discovery stuff, like I've been messing around with the Instagram TV. It's crazy how much, like when you think about features on YouTube that you don't really think of that other platforms don't have. Like I know Instagram TV just started, but it's the discovery of YouTube. It's crazy. Like you could really have something backlogged with like the right tags all of a sudden take off. So
Yeah, it's crazy.
Carson
right.
Newman said, "My first channel I've ever watched was Fred, and I cringe at those videos now." And just thinking about in that vein, it's like to be the biggest channel on YouTube at one time, all you had to do was just high pitch your voice.
Dude, that
Exactly.
kid's
Run around
probably
like a
living on
crazy
an island
person.
somewhere now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably. He's yeah, it's crazy, and that he was like in movies and everything even.
Yeah, and TV show.
Yeah,
He wrote it all the way. I mean, even
crazy.
the lore podcast being on Amazon, that's crazy. So anything's possible. So
Yeah. I've heard of that actually. I don't think I've ever seen any of their stuff though.
I watched like the first couple episodes with my wife, and then
Mhm.
I was like, this is rough. Like I really didn't like the show, so I was like, let me see what the podcast is like. The podcast is really good.
Yeah.
It's like 20 minutes of like urban legends / ghost stories, and
Oh, that's
they're
awesome.
really well done. And the show, like they kind of cut it to make it like reenact it, but like dramatize it and make it like slow it down, kind of take away from it. But
Yeah,
like the podcast is interesting.
that sounds cool.
But all right, sorry, I don't want to keep you forever. Thank you so much for doing
Yeah,
all
no
this. Do you
problem.
have any parting thoughts or anything?
No problem at
So,
all. Thank you guys. Like, and thanks everybody who tuned in here. If you're watching this live, or if you're watching this pre-recorded, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Subscribe to the Strangest. Love your guys' channel. I think you guys have a lot of potential, and I'll definitely be following you guys and everything, watching
we
your
appreciate
videos,
it.
and you'd definitely be leaving comments on videos and everything. So yeah, just keep it up, guys. I think you guys got a lot of potential, and thanks so much for having me on. Really appreciate it.
thanks again for coming. We really appreciate it, and everyone
Yeah,
out
no
there.
problem.
If you haven't already, check out Apex. If you guys want to hang out on our Discord or Apex's Discord, I don't know if we have that linked. Let's figure it. We'll put it. It's in the description. If not, it will be in the description. But anyway,
Yeah, it's all good.
yeah. So thanks everybody for spending your time with us. We really appreciate it. Thanks again, Apex. And
No problem.
until next time, stay strange.